The market is a little soft, and considering the circumstances, it could take some time. Are you in a hurry to sell?
Yes, ma'am. Just find me an offer out of here where it is. Oh, excuse me. Isabel,
Glenn is reopening the investigation and taking steps back.
what are you talking about? Hold on. Yes? Yes, it is, but I will need to call you back, sir. Stevie Smith.
Before, he was found dead near Moselle 5 years ago.
I know who he is. That's why I'll be looking into that now.
Mr. Murdoch,
I'll be with you in a minute.
Only believe they found something in the investigation into Maggie and Paul. Won't tell what.
Can you find out?
Wanted you to hear it from me first.
Ma'am, can you come? Can you come with me now? Because we're going to need to do this at another time.
I'll run some numbers for you and get back to you.
Thank you. $10 million. Is that correct?
19-year-old Stephen Smith was walking home after running out of gas on Small Rural Road when he was arrested.
You know, I'm just confirming that the policy's in order. That's what I'm asking. That's my point. Buster is the sole beneficiary now. Is that correct? You can answer me? Yes or no? Because Isabel, someone killed my family. And just maybe they might be trying to kill me too. Just make sure that it's in order. Thank you.
What are you doing here?
I need to see you. Need to, you know, see someone.
Seen you on the news?
Yeah, baby.
So why'd you come here?
Can I do that?
Not after what happened last time.
Please, man. Yeah, I know it's a that means you can do something. Pay you whatever you want.
Canada, we love our yogurt, especially when it's made with heaps of real blueberries. Heaps and heaps and heaps. And 100% whole milk. Ooh, and a yummo touch of wildflower honey. Noosa yogurt. Seriously tasty. I'm seriously like it. Aussie style, full-on tasty yogurt.
There it is. That's the look you want. Is it awe? Is it envy? Is it excitement? We call it roof coffee. Discovering how a gorgeous roof becomes the envy of the neighborhood. Picturing the possibilities and loving it. That's the look you want for years to come. For the perfect look that's made to last, choose Owens Corning.
My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back. Now with Skyrizi, I'm all in with clear skin. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clear skin at 4 months, and most people were clearer even at 5 years. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Now for time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
I'm on Old South Edge Road.
Okay. You drive on Old South Comanche Road?
I'm by that church.
Which church are you talking about, sir?
I don't know the name.
Okay. What's going on?
I got a flat tire. So they stopped, helped me. I turned my back. They tried to sue me.
Well, it's just crazy. Lucky to be alive, though.
Yes, sir, I am.
Now, you said you had a flat tire, so you were outside the vehicle.
Yes, sir.
And you said it was a blue pickup truck?
It was an older one. Yes.
License plate?
No, sir, I did not see that.
You see? You get any description of the man in such?
Well, like I said, I did not get a good look at it. Maybe. Excuse me. Is it a little cold? Could you get me a blanket? I had to be the same person who murdered Maggie and Paul. I mean, that's only logical.
Seems highly unlikely it's not somehow connected, yes.
That's the way that I see it. Yeah, now I'm sorry that I don't have a better description of it. That old blue pickup truck. I mean, you throw a stone in any direction and you're bound to hit any number of them.
We're working on some security camera footage.
Security cam?
Yes, from the church.
Tape shows what happened?
No, but it may have caught you say repeatedly.
Well,
Alec, have you ever heard of a gang called the Cowboys?
the Cowboys know that is something that I'm not familiar with, man.
They deal drugs, Mr. Murdoch, particularly prescription medication,
Opioids.
Oxycontin, Oxycodone.
Won't you take a seat, Alec?
I don't know anything about it.
Alec. 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 Look, it's important you be honest with us, okay? If you're in some kind of trouble and if they're responsible for any of this, then your surviving son, Buster, he isn't safe either.
You never heard of
Where'd you get the bruises?
bruises?
The deputies made a note of it at the hospital, on your ribs, stomach.
I must have fell harder than I thought after I was shot. That's all. Uh, oh, about that, you know. I don't know, lady. Getting them. I don't know anything about illegal prescription drugs.
Let me show you something now. Bank statements. Large cash withdrawals each month. Then for a while there's none. Then an even larger withdrawal. You spend all that money out.
I hate that before you sit.
Phone records. Calls made about the same time as these withdrawals.
To a burner.
We also have video surveillance of your vehicle traveling through Walterboro around the same time as those withdrawals and calls.
Who were you eating?
Now, is that why you stole the settlement money from Mr. Hamilton to buy drugs?
No.
Hey,
There's something you all need to know.
what is it?
It's embarrassing. Secret I've been keeping for years.
It's time to come clean, Alec. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. I do believe it is. The murders of my wife and my son have caused an incredibly difficult time in my life. I've made a lot of decisions that I truly regret, including diverting funds from one of my clients to pay for my long battle with prescription medication. All that's been exacerbated by these murders. I am voluntarily entering a drug rehabilitation center because I'm immensely sorry to everyone that I've hurt, including my family, friends, colleagues. I'm asking for prayers as I rehabilitate myself and my relationships. Thank you.
The person who shot you also killed your wife and son. Was this the only crime you stole money from?
There it is. That's the look you want. Is it awe? Is it envy? Is it excitement? We call it roof docking. Discovering how a gorgeous roof becomes the envy of the neighborhood. Picturing the possibilities and loving it. That's the look you want for years to come. For the perfect look that's made to last, choose Owens Corning.
The Fun 99 mini, always $1.99 each.
If you think you might be pregnant, you want to know. ASAP.
Like now.
Right away. You can test 6 days before your missed period with new Clear Blue Early Digital Pregnancy Test. Our most sensitive digital test ever. For whatever result you're hoping for. Early Digital Pregnancy Test from Clear Blue, America's most trusted brand.
Get out and steamy with DiGiorno's limited edition Deadpool pizzas. You'll love them. Or else. Just to be clear, that's not a threat. Probably.
What are we doing?
Just go with it.
It's not delivery. It's Deadpool. No, it's DiGiorno. Sorry, it's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Let's go.
Let's go. Marvel Studios Deadpool and Wolverine. Only in theaters July 26th.
Meet my boyfriend, Jake.
What's up, everyone?
What is all over your feet?
They're flowers. I study botany.
Resting dad face back there likes plants too.
Grab some produce. Let's prove it.
It's clever is what it is. People have empathy for him now. Who's going to blame him for wanting to numb the pain? Tired of being one step ahead of him.
You see though?
Mr. Hamilton said in the bills of comparison, Satterfield family received over $4 million paid out 2 years ago, deposited into another account at the shell company.
And they had no idea?
Nope. In fact, the Satterfield family was evicted from their home while this guy lived high on the hog. Real upstanding guy.
Where's the money at?
It was in a personal bank account. He took 3.8 million of it anyway. No.
Where's he spending that kind of money?
You want a list? Charter jets, vacations, not to mention, I think he spent as much as $50,000 a week on those trips. Yep.
It's impossible to see change up close. It's more like a fog. Gradually dissipates.
You think you don't fix me with that for?
If you're honest with yourself, I think you agree there's a lot to fix.
Then I will.
And how are you going to do that?
I'm a good lawyer.
You've been disbarred.
We'll fix that too.
And do you think that's realistic?
What?
Now, this is where he slipped up. He used his own social security number for this account here, which was a go-between. It now links to these 3 other accounts.
There are other clients besides Hamilton and Satterfield? Hang on. Gotta make on the blue truck. Curtis Edward Smith, local. Let's go.
Okay.
Mr. Smith, do you know Alec Murdoch?
Hardly news. Do you have a relationship with that man?
Can't say I do.
I'd like to show you proof you once a client, Mr. Murdoch.
That was a long time ago.
You said you didn't know him.
Look, I ain't killed nobody.
No one has accused me of killing anybody, Curtis.
Well, that's just about it. And I ain't trying to kill Alec either.
Then tell us what happened.
Should I have a lawyer or something?
You want a lawyer, we'll get you one. But if you tell the truth, it shouldn't matter.
I got a call from Alec Casino that Saturday morning telling me to come to where he was. I thought maybe it was to fix something. I had no idea what he wanted. I just went. I drove over that straight to rural second road. I found Alex sitting outside his window. He had a gun. Looked like he was going to shoot himself. So I went over. He wrestled for a minute. He trying to get the gun from him. The gun kind of went off above his head. It scared me to death, so I went back to my truck and I took off.
What happened to the gun?
I was somehow I ended up with it. Like a damn fool, I took up. I don't know where. I was stupid. It's just stupid. I swear that was $1,000 for that.
When was the last time you saw Peter Smith?
Couple of years ago,
When did you speak to him last?
when I was shot.
Why'd you lie to us, Alec? Why'd you tell us you didn't know who shot you?
I don't know. Sometimes I might tell a lie. I can't figure out how to get out of it. So it keeps getting deep. My daddy always told me, when the hole got deep, stop digging. But sometimes it feels like there's just no other way out.
Alec, you have the opportunity right now to climb out. Tell the truth down in the gate. Did you try to kill yourself like Curtis said? Is that what happened, Alec?
It wasn't like that. I didn't try to shoot myself. I hired Curtis to kill me. Well, it's a complicated situation. I wanted my son to get to me.
Buster.
I had a policy on myself, $1 million. Couldn't pay out at suicide. I wanted Buster to get the money so he could get away from all this. I couldn't go on without making a call.
You realize that's a criminal act.
I would I confessed to my actions.
Insurance fraud is a very serious charge. It carries with it serious consequences.
Yes, I understand. Your Honor, I was severely depressed by the loss of my dad. And I was struggling to stop abusing painkillers. It was at that time that I hatched this idea. I was not myself.
Given the circumstances of your rehabilitation, I am granting release, provided you continue your treatment, remain in a supervised facility while these and other charges are pending.
Thank you, Your Honor.
During our investigation of the double homicide of Maggie and Paul Murdoch, this department has made the decision to open a separate investigation into the untimely death of Gloria Satterfield, the Murdoch's nanny and housekeeper of 20 years. Any questions?
What do they think happened? It was an accident. Anyone fell.
Just deal with the matters at hand. You're gonna have to sell the beach. It's probably motel.
Oh, no, I have nothing left.
Sorry, Alec, but the only thing we can do now is sell us.
No, what we're gonna do, we're gonna put everything in Buster's name, and then we're gonna find a way to protect it.
Excuse me?
Alexander Murdoch, you are under arrest for conspiracy to commit fraud and embezzlement. Federal and silent. If you give up this right, anything you say can and will be dismissed.
I'm his lawyer. Say nothing. I'm right behind you. Not one word, Alec. Not one word.
Gina Costa, looking simply stunning. What's this? She's opening her Fidelity app to buy back stock with no fees or commissions. Because what does Gina got?
Gina's got the look.
That never gets old.
Talk about easier investing.
Let's clear the air about air. Unlike Febreze, Lysol Air Sanitizer is the only product uniquely formulated to eliminate odors and kill 99.9% of viruses and bacteria in the air. Because scent can't sanitize, Lysol can.
The thing about favorites is they're only your favorite until a new favorite tells your old favorite to beat it.
Introducing the all-new Sock Smash. So good, it's about to be your next new favorite.
Yo, I'm not a big fan of change, but I'm willing to try it. I gotta tell people about this.
The all-new Sonic Smash. Live free, beat Sonic. Live free.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in RA and PSA, relieve fatigue, and stop further joint damage, and in PSA can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occur. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
It wasn't the first time he got aggressive. This time was different. I thought he was going to kill me. It took him months for the bruises to go away.
How long ago was this?
It was after that boat accident.
Why didn't you report it?
Why would you think?
Do you remember Mr. Akeem Bickney? Yeah, he was in a traffic accident, required full-time life support. You handled a wrongful death lawsuit against his care facility after his ventilator was unlocked. $1 million. That settlement was diverted into an account in your name.
Lawndale Gray. Killed in an ambulance crash in 2012. Her family never received the $122,000 settlement. You did.
You told Sandra Taylor's grieving mother that she would only receive $30,000. The settlement was $180,000, Alec. The rest went into this account. Here. That's it? That's what you got?
3 counts of breach of trust and fraudulent intent. 5 counts of obtaining signatures or property by false pretenses. 14 counts of money laundering, 8 counts of computer data theft, 27 counts of forgery.
What? Shot.
We are here for the case of the State versus Richard Alexander murder, who has been indicted by a Carlton County grand jury on charge 22 PS 15592, the murder of Maggie Murder, and charge 22 PS 15593, the murder of Paul Murder. Mr. Murder, are you aware of the charges against you?
Yes, sir.
What say you, Richard Alexander Murder? Are you guilty or not guilty of these felony charges against you?
Not guilty.
Noted into the record. Bond request denied.
The case is weak, slid, manipulated evidential reports, crime scene, everything. There are 2 murder weapons. Neither of them have been recovered. 2. And we need to convince the jury that there was more than one assailant. That's the end. We're going to put together a great team. And we're going to know exactly where to poke holes in their entire presentation. And not to mention the crux of it all, that I was nowhere near Moselle at the time that they were shot. We're a little concerned about your mother's character. Check. She will take the stand, and she will contest that timeline. She's still, you push her in the right way, and she'll get tested on the state. Plus, it's her word against mine. No, it's all in the jury. I've had my word for my whole life, And you do. You have to know how to manipulate, how to speak to them. Speaking to a jury is like a work of art for a good lawyer. And a good lawyer. Now, there's going to be a lot of exposure. I need you to continue being the grieving father and husband. And I need one friend of jury that has even this shred of doubt. Because that's the game here, sir. Let's not forget that.
This way, y'all. Over here now. That's right. Follow me. We've got a space set up for y'all inside. Let's go. Come on. There won't be any power outside, so we put you up in the town's biggest tourist attraction, our reptile exhibit. Don't worry, they won't bite, as long as you don't tempt them. Remember, no electronics in the courtroom during the trial, so use your computers and phones here. Admission to the courtroom is based on first come, first serve.
What is this? Keep watching. What is this? Sled unlocked Paul's phone. This is the video he tried to send to his friend Rogan minutes before they were killed. Howard, you've stated over and over again to law enforcement and to us that you were not anywhere near the dog kennels until you found the bodies. That's right. Is that your voice? I don't know.
Alec, this is timestamped. They're going to present this at trial. They're going to claim this is you and that you were at the scene of the crime minutes before they were killed.
It happened the way I said.
How are we going to explain this?
I'll think of something.
All rise.
Welcome back. Having read the instruction to the jury and provided a basis on what is before us, I'm looking forward to working with all of you on this case. You may now proceed with opening statements by the state.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. On the evening of June 7th, 2021, at the defendant's property of Moselle Road, Alec Murdaugh's son, Paul, was standing inside some kennels they have there at the property. At about 8:50 p.m., the defendant took a 12-gauge shotgun and shot him in the chest and shoulder with buckshot. Another shot went off with catastrophic damage to Paul's brain and his head. A few moments later, Alec picked up a .300 Blackout assault-type rifle and opened fire on his wife, Maggie. Pow, pow. And then again to the back of her head. Pow. Now you're going to hear some of what was going on in Alec Murdaugh's life leading up to that day. A perfect storm that was gathering. Listen to the evidence. Listen to that gathering storm as it came to a head on June 7, 2021, the day he killed Maggie and Paul. He was a storm, and it was coming for them. It arrived on June 7, 2021, when Alec murdered Maggie and Paul beyond any reasonable doubt.
It is our honor to represent Alec Murdaugh. Alec, would you stand up? This is Alec Murdaugh. Alec was the loving father of Paul and the loving husband of Maggie. And you will not hear a single witness tell you otherwise. It's simply not believable that Alec Murdaugh would slaughter his son Paul, the apple of his eye, nor his wife Maggie, the love of his life. Now you have to ask yourself, why? Why? They don't know why. The investigators, they already made up their mind that night that Alec was the killer. They had no forensics that night. They had no cell phone data. They had nothing that night. Folks, they have been pounded a square peg into a round hole since June 2021. Alec Murdoch is presumed innocent, standing there right now. The verdict was all there. And when you've heard all the evidence, there will be no question that you will agree that there's a very good reason why that square peg just don't fit. And that's because Alec Murdoch is innocent of all these crimes. Thank you. Is this the shirt Mr. Murdoch was wearing the night of the murders?
Yes, sir.
The initial report from an outside firm concluded what?
That the blood particles on his clothing was consistent with high velocity blood spray.
And what does that mean exactly?
That blood sprayed out from the victim as a result of the gunshot.
So, now would a person have to be close to the victim to have blood spatter on his or her clothes?
Yes, sir.
And at what range was Paul shot?
2 to 3 feet.
2 to 3 feet. My Lord. Wouldn't Alec be covered with blood?
Depends on the shooter's position, sir.
Let's talk about that report. Isn't it true that it initially indicated that the blood found on the shirt was consistent with blood transfer?
Yes.
And that it was only in a second report that it was changed from blood transfer to blood spatter?
Yes, sir.
And that the forensic expert who initiated both reports only changed his mind after an in-person visit from 2 SLED agents on September 21st, 2021.
That's correct.
My. Isn't that interesting? No further questions.
Agent Carter, can you explain what these markings indicate?
That's where gun residue was found. In total, we collected 25 particles from the jacket. So we covered everything. The entire jacket, hoods, sleeves, and pockets.
And this jacket wasn't found at the Moselle property, was it?
No, sir.
Where was this blue jacket eventually discovered?
Inside a closet at the home of Alec Murdoch's parents.
Inside a closet at the home of Alec Murdoch's parents. And did you see what appeared to be blood on Alec's hand?
I did not.
On his arms?
No.
On his shirt, shorts, shoes?
No.
That seemed odd to you?
Yes.
Why?
There was a significant amount of blood and water near Paul's body. Mr. Murdoch stated that he had checked both bodies for pulse. If he was in close contact with them, at the very least his shoes would have been soaked.
And why did that seem significant to you at the time?
It suggested to me that he had changed his clothing before the first deputy arrived.
Was there any evidence to suggest he changed his clothes?
Yes. There is video evidence that Alec was wearing a blue button-down shirt an hour before the murders.
Where is that shirt now?
It was never found.
It was the morning that Maggie and Paul were killed. I questioned Alec about the missing 700 out of 6,000. Told him we would be opening an internal investigation. He was upset.
What happened to that investigation?
We wanted to give Alec the benefit of the doubt under the circumstances.
What happened to the pending investigations into Alex's financial schemes after the murder?
They were paused.
And the pending lawsuits filed by the family of Mallory Beach?
Suspended.
And the manslaughter charges against Paul?
They were dropped.
Alex, I really gotta go to bed.
I know that, and I am gonna let you go. But you know that one thing I wanted to tell you. Please don't think that I was being critical about that, because I don't think you could have done a better job.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know that I do think that's something to think about, because that's the one thing that seems to me to be a big deal, and I don't know that the jury understands that.
No, I get it.
All right.
Okay, all right. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, but remember, please do not take this as me being critical, because I am not. All right? Because I thought you did an excellent job.
Good. All right. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
What was leaning up against Alex's truck when you arrived on the scene?
12-gauge shotgun.
My lord. Did he give you any explanation as to why there was a shotgun leaning up against his truck not long after his son had been murdered by a 12-gauge shotgun?
He said he went to get a gun after he saw what happened.
Is there anything else that seemed odd to you in that moment?
Yes. As a law enforcement official, I found it strange that a man who just found his wife and son brutally shot had the wherewithal to volunteer a murder.
It's a long story. My son, he was in a boat wreck a while back, and he getting wrecked.
Miss Smith? What exactly do you do for Alec Murdoch's mother?
I'm a caretaker. She suffers from advanced Alzheimer's. My shift is from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Did Alec come and see his mother on the night of the murder?
Yes, sir. It was sometime after 9. I was watching a game show. I found it very odd that he called me from outside to let him in. He didn't normally come and visit his mother at that hour because he knew she'd be sleeping. He was quite fidgety. Wasn't himself, was my first reaction.
In the world would he call you if he was standing right outside?
I don't know. He normally just allowed me to come in.
Why are you upset now?
I'm just sorry this all happened. They was a good family.
What about the next time you saw Mr. Murdoch?
It was a couple of days later. He said if anyone asked, he'd been there for 40 minutes. I knew it was closer to 20, but he repeated to me it was 40.
Did that bother you?
Yes, sir. It upset me. I called my brother about it. It felt like he wanted me to love him.
What else did Mr. Murdoch say?
He offered to pay for my wedding.
Had he ever offered that before?
No, sir.
Did he have anything with him?
Yes, sir. What looked like a blue jacket that he folded in his arms. He took it upstairs.
Using the vehicle's OnStar tracker, we were able to confirm that at one point he reached speeds of over 70 miles per hour. Much, much higher than any speed he drove earlier in the day.
And how long was Alex Suburban parked at his parents' house?
Less than 20 minutes.
And what time did he return to Moselle?
10:07 p.m.
And how long after he returned did he call 911 and report that he found his wife and son dead?
About 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
It's a chicken.
Mr. Shepard, you testified that you've known the Murdoch family for many years. How many years?
25 years.
And how well would you say you know Alex Murdoch?
He was like a brother.
Can you identify the third voice in this video?
It's Alec.
How certain are you?
100%.
Whose voice is it?
It's Alec Murdoch, sir.
Can you point to the man in this courtroom who you're certain that voice belongs to?
Right there. It's Alec Murdoch.
Rest of the team feels the same way. The burden is on them to prove you're guilty, not you having to prove you're innocent.
From where I'm sitting, I have no choice but to prove it.
Alec, you get on that stand. You're going to have to admit that you lied about being at the kennels. And that's going to make it very hard to convince a jury that you're telling the truth.
I know how to work a jury. I've been doing it my whole life.
Not with your own life at stake.
Precisely because it is. I will not live in a by myself for the rest of my life. I will not. Jim. Let me speak to the jury. Let me look them in the eye and tell them I did not kill my wife and son.
I have an obligation as your attorney to protect you from self-incrimination.
Jim.
It will be a mistake.
Thank you.
In another startling twist from this double murder trial that has gripped the country, there is news today that disgraced attorney Alex Murdoch will in fact take the stand and testify in his own defense.
Please place your left on the Bible and raise your right. Do you swear that the testimony you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind stating your full name again, spelling your last name.
My name is Alec Murdoch, Murdauch. Good morning.
Mr. Murdoch, did you take this gun and blow your son's brains out on June 7th? Any other day or time?
No, I did not.
Mr. Murdoch, did you take a 300 blackout, such as this, and shoot your wife Maggie in the leg, torso, and head, thereby blowing her brains?
Mr. Griffin, I didn't shoot my wife or my son anytime, ever.
Mr. Murdoch, is that you on the kennel videos at 8:45, June 7th night when Maggie Paul were murdered?
It is.
And did you lie to SLED agents Hume and Carter on the night of June 7th when you told them that you stayed at the house after the dinner?
I did lie about that.
And did you lie to Agents Hume and Carter in follow-up interviews when you said the last time you saw Maggie and Paul was at that dinner?
Yes, I did.
Alan, why did you lie?
As my addiction evolved over time, I would get in situations, circumstances where I would get paranoid. And it could be anything that triggered it. It could be a look that someone gave me. It might be a reaction from somebody. Or it might be a policeman following me in a car. But on that bad night, after seeing Mags and Paul, and all of a sudden,
Can the witness clarify Paul?
Paul, I always called him Paul, always. But all of a sudden, I have deputies taking gunshots, and I have SLED agents that are asking about my relationship with my wife and my son, and all of those things have caused me to have paranoid thoughts. And normally, I can take a deep breath, I can reason my way through it. On June 7th, I don't think I was capable of reason, and I lied about my being down. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to everyone involved. Most of all, I'm sorry to Mags and Paul. If I would never intentionally hurt either one of them, ever.
And did you continue lying after that night?
Which I lied. I continued.
Why?
You know, it's a tangled web we weave. Once I told a lie, I had to keep lying. No fool.
You must have been fast talking to your clients for years to have them all convinced that they were getting everything that they were entitled to.
I don't know if I was talking fast or not to any of them, but I certainly wasn't telling them.
Yeah, but you looked them in the eye and you lied to them.
It wouldn't have been unusual for me to look at anyone in the eye.
And ultimately, you had most of them convinced that nothing was amiss while you were busy stealing their money. Isn't that right?
Mr. Waters, you have charged me with murdering my wife and my son. I have sat here for weeks and listened to you talk about my financial crimes. And I have admitted candidly that I took money that wasn't mine. And I'm sorry that I did it. I'm embarrassed that I did it. But I don't dispute it.
And the point is, you looked them in the eye and you lied.
I don't recall each client and whether I looked them in the eye.
And now, you want us to believe that when it comes to the night of June 7th, at least according to your new story of what happened, you're telling the truth.
Yes, I've already explained it.
Okay. So, around the time the video was taken, according to your new story, were the dogs barking or carrying on or acting as if they sensed that there was someone there that they didn't know?
Were the dog acting like there was somebody around and they didn't know?
Yeah, like dogs do.
No, there was no one there that they didn't know.
Nobody else was there. And after you got the chicken from Bubba, you got on the golf cart and you went back to the house.
Yes.
And that would take, 2 minutes to get back to the house in the golf cart? That put you there at 8:49.
Well, according to your timeline, I would accept that.
Now, in your previous story, you said that you slept for an hour before you went over to your mother's house. So according to your new story, you just dozed off for a few seconds.
It would have been a short time, yeah.
You're looking this jury in the eye and telling them that you got up after a few seconds, got in your Suburban, you drove away. And you did all that by 9:06.
Yes.
And you didn't hear anything, see anything.
No.
And you didn't hear gunshots from a blackout rifle?
No, sir.
And when the police arrived later, you didn't tell them anything about this new story that you're telling us.
No, sir. I lied about that.
And since then, you've been looking this jury in the eye over and over, trying to convince them that you cooperated with the police investigation right from the very start.
Other than not saying I was down there, I was cooperating.
Oh, very cooperative. Except for the most important point of all, that you were at the murder scene with the victims just moments before they died. Right?
I never told them that I went to the camp. No, sir.
No more questions.
Alec, tell us about your relationship with Maggie.
She's very cool. Both of the boys. And me. She made sure we didn't want for anything. Oh, she had a laugh. You didn't even need to know what was funny, and you just laugh along with it. She had this little thing where she would bite her lip and smile. And when she did that, it would just melt your heart. She's just a special person.
What was your relationship like with Paul?
Oh, Paul, he was tough. He could hunt anything. He could catch any fish. But on the other hand, there was this side of him that was just so sweet.
Alec, did you love Paul?
Did I love him? Like no other. He and Buster.
Did you love Maggie?
I loved her from the first time we went out.
Alec, did you kill Maggie?
I will never hurt Maggie. And I will never hurt Paul. Ever. Under any circumstance.
Thank you. sure why they closed the park. I'm not here to have an argument with you. But I will tell you all that SLED failed miserably in their investigation of this case. And if they did their job, Alec would have been excluded from suspicion.
I find it offensive that they would accuse law enforcement of not doing their job, while Alec is withholding and obstructing justice without ever saying, I was at the dinner. He wants to blame everyone else.
Anything his family wanted, he would try and get. Fran has testified about a loving relationship between Alec and Maggie. He never raised his voice.
Alec doesn't want to lose his lifestyle, his reputation. Richard Alexander Murdoch loved Maggie and Paul. But do you know who he loved even more than that? Himself. It stops here. Let's exercise our greatest power and find him guilty of killing Maggie and Paul.
The jury has the most powerful voice. The jury can tell the state they can't bring a case built on lies, bad theories. On behalf of Alec, on behalf of Buster, on behalf of Maggie, and my friend Paul, I would respectfully ask that you not have a family tragedy.
What do you think of OJ complaining on this?
I get 50 texts a day with people's opinion on this matter. Most say things like, "Those horrible people deserve to die of accidents." Journalists surrounded by snakes and serpents. Now,
The jury has reached a verdict.
How long has it been?
3 hours. In the Court of General Sessions, the state versus Richard Alexander Murdoch, defendant. Indictment for murder of Paul Murdoch. We find the defendant. Go get it! It's okay. Hi! He's got a bird in his mouth! It's a guinea! It's a chicken. Man, Bubba!
Why you got that on? Yeah.
Guilt. In the Court of General Sessions, the state versus Richard Alexander Murdoch, defendant. Indictment for murder of Maggie Murdoch. find the defendant guilty.